A 34-car field, 2x2x2. You mentioned Noah's Ark. I think he might have actually had 2 HQ Holdens on that.
Probably. Mate, look at that sight, mate. How good's that?
The pole man out of New South Wales, car number 17, Luke Harrison. Alongside him, the defending champion. He puts that number 1 on the line right here, right now, Brett Osborne. Row number 2 from Victoria, car 14, Andrew Magleton. Alongside him, the first of the Tasmanians, the 2022 national champion, Phil Ashland. Row number 3 is the 89 car, comes back in. Row number 3, the 28 machine, the current Tasmanian champion, Andrew Toth. Alongside of him, the 27 car from Victoria, and that is Ryan Woods. We go back to row number 4. On the inside, car number 69, Joe Andriski from Queensland. Alongside of him, car number 50, the Tasmanian David Parsons. Row number 5, car 202, and that is Jared Harbour. We've seen how quick he has been all weekend. Next to him, Mr. Massage himself, Otis Corbell in the 71 machine. We're back to row number 6, car 45, Jake Madden. He's been competitive all weekend. Alongside him is car number 7 from Western Australia, Michael Howell. Back to the next row, car number 74, and that is also from Western Australia, Michael Woodbridge. Alongside Michael is the 13 car of Kenny Wright from Victoria, and the list just keeps going on and on and on. Next row, car position 15, Andrew Bird. Alongside him, Sean Hughes. I've been really impressed with him. Then we go back to the next row, car number 3, Troy Kent from Western Australia. Car number 4 next to him, Grant Ord, also from Western Australia. The next row, which is row number 10, car number 19, and that is Mark Strawn from Queensland. And alongside Mark, Wayne Nichols in the 12 is there. They'll come down and grid up 34 cars. It started here in 1988, 36 years ago, the 23rd of October 1988, 11 cars. 36 years later, we now have 36 cars vying for the national title. And yes, they are born to be wild. Green flag. Next thing they see will be the 5-second board.
And we have, because of this large grid, this large field, we'll have the national flag being dropped simultaneously to let the cars know it's
a
back.
long wait. Red lights on. Red lights off. The 17 car stopped on the line almost. Magneton goes to the right-hand side. He's got 2 wheels in the grass. Brett Osborne's made the best of it. Phil Ashland is losing a lot of ground. He's almost out. He is out of the race. Didn't make turn 1. The Tasmanian 6-time champion is stationary on the outside of turn number 1, and they will not be able to continue with that car there unless he can roll that back and get it out of harm's way. Our leader, Brett Osborne, he's already at turn number 4. He's got a couple of car lengths back to Luke Harrison as they climb the hill for the first time. In third place will be Magleton, then back to Ryan Woods. Andrew Toth would be the next one. David Parsons, Joe Andriski would be behind him, and they're getting rid of that 32 car of Phil Ashland. That is just a dreadful story.
Just drove it back. He did a lot of half a donut and drove it back in the back of the pits. It's still going.
Got to be a drive issue, you'd suggest. But our leader now heading down towards the braking area. End of lap 1, there'll be 19 to go, and that's the cleanest first lap I've seen in a long time, and I am absolutely gobsmacked that has been the situation. As we come round to complete lap 1, our first 4 have got a nice little break already.
Yes, indeed. That's a big sigh of relief for the leading guys, but they would not like to see Phil go out that way. Not even 200 metres into the race, the biggest race of the year. The one he's so bad he wanted to win on home turf. That is just ridiculous. You look on the bad luck in addiction. There's got to be a photo of Phil Ashland. The poor bloke would have to be gutted. The whole family would have to be gutted. But anyway, that's motor racing. It's cruel. It's awful. move forward. It's all about the guys out there on track at the moment. They come from all over Australia to do this and to vie for the honours. And the honours at the moment being held by Brett Osborne in the number 1 car. There's a reason, as we've been saying the last couple of days, why there's the number 1 on the door. That's because he's good, because he's the current champion, and he got there because the car's good, he's good, and he knows what's what. He's been on the money since the moment he set foot on this track down here, and his task, though, after the next 19 laps or so, is to hang in there, is to stay in there and hold off the very determined attacks. Here we go, though. First 4 have lit out from the rest of the field. Strider, this is going to be the battle pack.
3 things that come into mind for me: tyres, brakes and lap traffic.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, well, that's going to happen, isn't it? 2.1 kilometres around Baskerville Raceway,
well,
over 20 laps.
If you look at it, we've just completed lap number 2. Now the leader, we'll have a look where the leader is when the final car gets to start-finish line. It'll be about half a lap, I'm going to suggest, because our leader's already at turn 3. And our tail end, Charlie, hasn't even got to, they're through turn 4. Osborne's climbing the hill. Tony Whitehead crosses the line now, and they're almost at turn 5, so about half a lap in 2 laps.
Yep, near enough half a lap. Lee Lovering, I thought, was going to come around and come into the pits because he was going very slowly on the back straight, but no, he's just going to keep on going. His choice, come all the way down from Queensland. I suppose Roddy Mars is just keep going, try and get your money's worth, as it were. But half a lap distance already, so there's no doubt about it. There's going to be a lapping situation.
Pressure coming on already. Harrison on lap 2 at 1:06.23, so almost down to lap record pace very early on, and still 18 laps to go, and they're already down near lap record pace.
Yep, so the pace is on, the tyres have got the temp in them, everything's got temp, the brakes have got temp in them. So they're really in optimum, they're getting into optimum. Operating temperature, operating range for all the bits and pieces, all the mechanicals. Thing is, there will come a point after 10 laps or an amount of laps, they'll be suboptimal. They'll be hotter than they want to be. That's the tyres and the brakes, and that will require some management. But we won't get ahead of ourselves. We'll wait and see how that all plays out. No surprise to see Osborne, Harrison, Maggleton and Woods. They were the quick guys in their heats. And Woods just dropping off slightly off the end. This is what tends to happen. You just have a little train of half a dozen, then it's 5, then it's 4, then it's 3, and then somebody drops off the back. A bit like one of those bike races where you lose one off the back every lap or 2. What is it called? Not the peloton, you know what I mean.
No,
one of those, but like, so here we go. So it's the car in that quartet hanging on grimly of Woods, who's been racy all weekend, but just lost a little bit. And so is third, to be honest. So that's Maggleton hanging in there. And the 25 car of Lee Lovering, the expatriate Tasmanian, been in Queensland from it.
He's not pit lane, though, not behind.
Yeah, I know. He's determined to get his money's worth. The surplus rented car sponsored machine. He might need a rented car to get home. But anyway.
4 laps completed, Rosie.
16 to go.
It's Osborne from Harrison, from Maggleton. Woods is next. In 5th place, it's Harbour, but he's back a little bit. Andriski, Parsons, Madden, Corbull, and rounding out your top 10 is Andrew Bird.
A great little Stoushers has been Ord and Hughes back in the pack for 15th and 16th. You can see it's still going on with it coming through turns 2 and 3. As we often say, even though the pointy end is where it happens, that's where the trophies will be handed out from. You look down through the field, and you can do that with ease from our spectating points here at Baskerville. You can see fabulous dices happening right down through the field, and with 30 plus cars, there's a big chance of that happening, and it is happening all the way down through the field. Little lots of 2s and 3s, and there's about a dozen going up the Killick Hill at the moment, all line astern, but all have potential to form into little battle packs.
Yeah, look, well, now it's a 3-car battle. It was 4, and now it's 3, because Woods has fallen off the back of this group. So we get to lap 5, a quarter of the way into this race. It's Osborne by 0.3 of a second. That's a further 0.4 back to Maggleton, and then it's 1.3 back to Woods. Harbour in 5th place, he's 5.8 seconds back.
That surprised me a bit, because Harbour was very racy this morning in his heat, and he was catching up to the back of the packs and there or thereabouts, but running a very lonely race at the moment. He's got probably 200 metres front and rear, nobody in front to play with, and they're not really challenged from behind at the moment. Same deal for Andriski.
Yeah, surprised here. Andrew Todd back in 11th place, not used to seeing that. He's had some sort of drama. He's well back down in the pack. He certainly didn't start that far down. That's where he is at the moment. Our leader is still Osborne, the defending champion. He's won this thing 3 times. He knows what it takes to win these races. Over the rise, heading down into turn number 7 to to complete the lap. It's an eight corner track for those people playing along at home. Hopefully you're enjoying the coverage of this Howell Automotive HQ National Championship for 2024. Still a three-car battle. Osborne, Harrison, Maggleton, little gap back then towards the Victorian and the 27 machine. Big gap back then to Harbour in the 202 entry, and an even bigger gap back then to Andriski, who's been doing a good job all week in the 69 machine. Comes across the line. Then it would be Otis Corbell in 71, ahead of Andrew Todd, David Parsons, Andrew Bird, then the 7 car of Howlett from Western Australia.
That's a nice little battle pack forming there at the moment, Stridey, with Toth leading the charge, with Skippy behind him, and Birdie giving him a few love taps on the rear bar. As
we lose Jake Madden from the race.
Shame
Queenslander, been down here for the last couple of state rounds in preparation for this national title. Lee Lovering coming back in again, so a troubled race for Lee Lovering.
So Otis Caldwell running in 7th at the moment, his return to the category after a little hiatus. He's running pretty lonely 7th at the moment. He's a fair way behind Andriski, but he's eked out just a little bit of an advantage over the baying pack behind him, led by Skippy Parsons. There's Parsons, Bird, Howlett, Knight and Woodbridge all running in close company, but another lap under their belts. The leading trio, they are absolutely a class of their own, if you like. There they are, slipping down through turns 2 and 3 for famous S's. Well clear of our 4th place Woods. So the official gap back to 4th is 3.6 seconds, but with the first 3, you'd wonder, let's have a look at the lap times.
Still in the mid-6s, 6.5 for Osborne, a 6.6 for Harrison, a 6.5 for Maggleton.
That's still up and about. I just wonder if they were all decided just to hold station for a few laps, just to save it for a big lunge in the last half of the race.
Well, I'm just trying to put myself in Luke Harrison's head for a moment. He's finished runner-up twice. He's currently runner-up again. So he will be throwing everything bar his helmet at Brett Osborne, you'd imagine, as the race unfolds.
Yeah, he would. He's been the quickest man on the track, but that was lap 2 though. So that was half a dozen laps to go. So I just wonder if they're all just running around at pretty fast pace, pretty impressive. But look at that, it's got them almost like 3.7 and it's 3.
Still in the 6s, a 6.7, a 6.7, a 6.9.
And the gaps are about the same.
Yep.
As I said, they're almost like they're like, this is our race space, this is comfortable, let's just do that. I just get the feeling they're just like holding station. They're just in the zone. They're just in the middle of the race type zone. Let's just do this. Keep it nice. Keep it easy. Not too hard on the gear, and we'll get serious in the second half. Not even into the halfway mark yet.
What I would know about this particular category is a run around here in the early. Oh, we've got a sprinter here, Sean Hughes. Is he going to get away with this? Cars coming round. One of the fastest parts of the track. And everybody is misused. That is a horrible place to be stationary. Oh, Wayne Nichols. Wow, that was close. Sean Hughes stationary. Not where you want to be. His heart rate would be about 400 right now. The 19 car had to take to the grass. They're being warned. There's yellow flags, but as I said, you're unsighted. The 83 out, Peter Anderson from the Northern Territory, almost got him. Oh, they're going to go everywhere. Our leaders. Look, Harrison out in the grass. Maggleton out in the grass. Under yellow flags. What is going on? Obviously the car's stalled. He can't restart it. Now he gets a bit of fire in it and gets away. His heart rate, I reckon, would be up to about 500 right now.
Oh, minimal.
Mine's about 400.
Yeah, sure. Oh, well, because it's through the chute, it's unsighted. Right, well.
They've called a safety car.
Well, we called a safety car for that, but now it's resolved, so that's awkward. Yeah.
Wow.
And you can't, once you call it, you can't uncall it. So that's a complete reset.
That's just.
Yeah, it's crazy. So there you go. So a big brown underpants moment.
I'm pleased to get through that without using words they're not allowed to use.
That's why I went silent. I was waiting for them. I thought, well, we don't have a bleep button. We don't have a 7-second delay. But
having raced here at this venue, but albeit a long time ago, I know the level of commitment coming through turn 8 across the start-finish line, and I know you enter that part of the track largely unsighted, and Sean Hughes is still just trying to get his bearings, get the compass pointing in the right direction, because spare a thought for him. He's sitting in his car, and he is a sitting duck. Now, you're in top gear, probably, I don't know, 140, 150 Ks at that point, are very hard to change direction. I thought, the guys that missed it, unsighted, they did a terrific job.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. But how about the likes of Harrison that went through
To go out
through
into
noise in the dirt?
To go out into the grass and, let's say, mud, because we had a lot of rain, there'd be no grip, as in zero, at 140 odd Ks. And my heart rate's still up.
Yeah. I was just waiting. I was just looking and hoping.
We seem to be going quite quickly considering we're under safety car conditions, which looks like it's come back in. So what are we doing?
So we just said, I don't know, mate. You can't have your safety car boards.
Safety car boards out. Safety cars back in pit lane. I'm totally confused now, folks. I'm sorry I can't give you an accurate description of what's going on because I have no clue. We've got yellow flags everywhere and the safety car's been out, done the lap and come back into pit lane. Now the safety car boards are being withdrawn.
So they're be green flags.
Green flags come out, so we're going back to racing. It's a virtual safety car.
That's what it was. Didn't you get the memo?
No, I didn't. Wow.
It actually was a virtual safety car, even though they didn't mean to be, I'm pretty sure.
Lordy. We're 11 laps in for those listening at home. So 11 down of the 20. Brett Osborne is your leader. From second place is still Luke Harrison. It's not showing that on our monitor. It's showing Ryan Woods is second. Jared Harbour is third. So
yeah, I saw Harrison down there at about
he's showing in 29th position. Folks, that is not correct. 100%. If you're looking at that stuff and thinking what's going on, that is not correct.
We haven't had full-on lapping situation yet. So like basically what you see in track order is the order. What you see on the track in front of you, you had multiple overtakes and then pit stops and what have you.
We still might beating
would you like a Beck's powder and a lie down, mate?
I think I might need that. A little cup of tea.
Yeah, a little cup of tea and a little temazepam or something, mate. A little Valium. Little Valium cocktail.
So.
Well, sort of we're back to where we were. We're trying to have anybody spinning in the chute and trying to get nailed.
But Natsov's having a bit of a lie down itself at the moment because it's showing Osborne as the leader. Woods is second and Harrison, he's way down here somewhere. I can't even see him now. And guarantee you looking out the window, it's Osborne from Harrison, from Maggleton, back to Ryan Woods, then it's Harbour.
I think we're back into analogue, back to the old days of looking out the window.
And then it would be Andriski. Andrew Todd looks as though he's starting to pick back up some positions, so I can only assume that he's had an issue at some stage.
That's him on the back of Otis Cordwell, yeah.
Behind them it would be Andrew Bird, then David Parsons, then the 7 car of Howell. What that has done, though, it's probably helped with avoiding too much lap traffic.
True. Sort of settled it, calmed it down, calmed the farm a little bit.
Hasn't calmed me at all.
No, it didn't calm your farm. Here we go. Another one down. We got 7 to go, folks. We are well over the hump. We're 3 laps over the hump mark. 7 laps, that's almost a sprint race distance here at Bulk Nutrients Baskerville Raceway. The grand final, the final heat of the 2024 HQ Nationals presented by Howell Automotive. And there's our current podium at the minute with 6.5 laps to run, going up the hill one more time. It hasn't changed in the last, pretty much since the get-go. Osborne got out in front early and Harrison and Maggleton just holding station. We were wondering, at least I was wondering, are they just holding station, just staying on the lead lap as they were, just being there or thereabouts?
Well, Harbour's just
ready
done
for a
his
big
fastest
lunge.
lap of the race on lap 13 at 106.75.
His trouble is he's still 4 seconds off the pace of the leading trio.
But we are getting a pack forming for positions 4, 5, 6 and 7. As we've got a challenge here. It's Harbour on the inside of Ryan Woods, who sat in 4th place for most of the race, and Harbour's managed to get that done on the run down into turn number 7 as Ryan Woods wants to fight back, but it's a big job to do, and Harbour now clears him, so he picks up a spot And Drisky's back there. Toth has now got round the outside of Corbell as well to move up another spot. So Toth now back up into position number 7. He was down as low as 11th a little while ago.
That's it though, just trying to have a lunge down the inside. In fact, puts the 2 wheels on the grass to try and get down the inside of Tothy, but that was never on. Tothy, to his credit, gave him racing room, but no contact, fortunately, although there might have been a bit of Morse code on the back of the Tothy machine by Otis that time around. He's running so strongly and he's just got gazumped by his mad mate, his Tasmanian mate, his nemesis, Andrew Toth, showing some of the form that he's displayed on his way to 6 Tasmanian championships, so he's no slouch behind the wheel of On HQ. We're on 6.5 laps to go.
Interesting, our race leader Osborne did his fastest lap of the race on the previous lap, which was lap 14.
This is what I was wondering about, so you're wondering whether they're just waiting until, yeah. So here we go, mate. Is it change for second?
Almost. Angleton getting very racy. Harrison covers off.
I'm going with my earlier premise. I bet they were in cruise mode in the middle. Now it's time.
Look at Osborne, he's jumped away. As soon as they start to fight, Magleton to the inside at turn number 2, but it puts him on the outside for turn 3. But he's certainly showing his intentions well and truly. Hanging to the outside as they approach turn number 4. You'd think that Harrison will have him covered here, he will. But Osborne's gone. They won't get to Osborne now, but he is gone.
Magleton off the track. He was like, I wouldn't say he's forced wide, but he had to go wide. It was fair to say he was not given a whole heap of room. It wasn't hit, it wasn't forced, but like it was gamesmanship, and he had no option but to go off the track, and he's lost a heap of space. There's no chance now that Magleton can get back up into second place.
I don't think there's any chance that anyone will get to Osborne. It was 0.8 of a second last time by, and that little battle that was going on has helped out Osborne enormously. They're into lap traffic, and they've completed 15. They're coming around to complete lap 16. Osborne picking his way through beautifully. Harrison also doing a nice job in lap traffic. Well done to the lap traffic. The lights are ablaze on the Harrison car as we've got one out in the grass, the 19 car. He's been out there before.
He has once or twice. Well, he quite liked it, obviously. He having another crack.
Yeah, Harrison's actually back with Osborne. That surprises me. Down through the S's, our leader, car number 1, Brett Osborne. The challenger, Luke Harrison. He's been runner-up a couple of times. Probably hates that. Sitting there now, and he's in a position where he's got about 3.5 laps to try and get the job done, Rosie.
Well, it was like that bike race I was telling you about, that indoor. They dropped one off. It was 5 and 4 and 3. Now it's 2, really. Realistically, as far as the lead is concerned, as far as the win is concerned, certainly there's a podium at play, but as far as the lead is concerned, it's all about Osborne in the 1 car and the 17, the Black Beauty of Harrison.
Who's got anything left, would you imagine? They're working lap 17 of 20. Harrison's there, he's close enough. Magleton's still back in the traffic, so he's done. In fact, he's coming under challenge from Harbour, they've gone either side of Whitehead and down into turn number 7. Harbour's come from the clouds.
And Magleton completely gazumped there by a slow competitor. Had to just jump on the brakes, all locked up in void, running in the back of the 63, or the 83 I should say, of Anderson, like doing the right thing, but it was in wrong place, wrong time, completely stymied Magleton's run. And Harbour, very, very racy this morning, now up onto the podium. So Magleton had that mistake, got forced wide at the bottom of the hill last time around, trying to get back up there, gazumped again at the end of the main straight, and now Harbour's in the box seat for a podium. Here we go. We've had 3 and a bit laps to go.
2 and a bit.
2 and a bit. Yes, right. Yeah, beg your pardon. 2 and a bit. Yeah. Well, I can't.
Yeah, don't add another lap. Mr. Osborne would not be happy with an extra lap, I wouldn't have thought.
Not the brightest star in the sky, I'm not, and not the brightest numbers on the screen that I'm looking at. But anyway, so we are close to the run home. I was calling it 2 laps to go, but here we go, and it is on. It's a chance.
It's on.
It is a chance.
There was 0.4 between our lead 2 last time by at the end of lap 17. We'll find out in about 3 seconds what the gap is now. It's about a car length between Osborne and Harrison. They complete the lap. It was 0.4, it's 0.36. Nothing between them with 2 to go. Magleton is trying to fight back on Harbour now as they go under the Tilford Auto Group bridge. That's now the battle for 3rd. So we've got a battle for 1st and 2nd, a gap, and a battle for 3rd and 4th.
It's all going on here, folks. We are on the run home now. There's no doubt about that. A lap and a bit to go, lap and a half maybe. There's our leader in traffic again. Thanks very much, says Harrison. Really liking this. That's if he can go through as well, because it could work well, it could work badly for him. and I'll look underneath the bridge. They disappear from my view temporarily. You guys up there in spectator land can certainly see what's going on up there, and what's going on is that the number one car.
No. Number one car's just coming over the rise.
Oh, here
now.
we go, yeah.
And here comes Harrison.
Yep, there he is. I lost him for a minute. That's
having a big look on the run into turn 7. He's on the inside. Osborne's giving him racing room. They're almost side by side. They're coming around to complete lap 19. The last lap board's going to come out. They're separated by about a metre at best. The last lap board out. 2 kilometres to go to decide the national champion. Out of turn 1, heading to turn 2. There's lap traffic ahead. I don't think they'll get to it. They might get to one of them. Down through turn 3, Osborne, Harrison. The battle for 3rd and 4th sits with Harbour from Magleton at the moment. To turn number 4, the leader's up the hill. He's got a couple of car lengths.
One in the fence, in the tyre wall, coming out of 1. What vehicle it is?
Joe Andriski.
Is it?
Yep.
Okay.
Joe Andriski was in position number 7.
Got a bit loose, got on the grass, on the wet grass, and that was all over Red Rover. Slammed into the bank quite hard. And I think he's okay, I think, because he's put it in reverse and he's reversing out of there. That's always good to see because it means that he's going okay.
Our race leader in amongst lap traffic. It's Brett Osborne. The checkered flag being prepared. Osborne's going to do it. He's going to go 4 times national champion in the HQ category. Luke Harrison home for 2nd. Harbour will get home for 3rd ahead of Magleton. Ryan Woods, first Tasmanian home is Andrew Toth in 6th, which is a good drive considering he's back as far as 11th. Then it would be Otis Corporal. Andrew Bird will be next. The Dom towing machine. Behind Andrew Bird to be John Wise. Kenny Wright, David Parsons in 11th. Nick Woodridge in 12th. Howell in 13th. But when they come down the back straight, folks, give a big round of applause to Brett Osborne and Luke Harrison. They put on a great battle. Very shortly we'll be doing the podium right down here in front of the tower. So feel free, if you're in the pits, to come down to that area. I reckon it's going to be pretty exciting down there.
Yeah, I think so. A lot of emotion, a lot of time, money, investment, and so on, invested by a lot of people around the nation to come from all points, from West Australia, from Darwin, from every state and territory represented, family, friends, pit crews, others have come across the ditch to get here. You can see those, just part of the activity, those 3 big transporters over there that transported many of the vehicles down here, all 30, not 36 cars, because we've got a few of our own, but the best part of 30 cars have come across the ditch. And we're so glad that they did. They've come down there and been wonderful people to deal with and to talk with, and put on some fantastic racing the last couple of days. So how about that, a 4-time champion.